So I was just playing around and I found myself performing quite consistently with this, experimental build where I was using under 30% weight and a Chaos Blade, and we won like more than 25 plus matches. I have recorded like 26 or 27 and I didn't lose a single one. Absolutely insane. And I like I said, it was just kind of playing for fun, experimental, but just the amount of options and the amount of agility, the ability to just move around and not get caught with this setup, absolutely insane. And this goes back to kind of a point I made a little while ago, where if you can play more agile and play the spacing game, you will likely never lose, especially when you're dictating the space. You can read to some degree what your opponent's going to do, whether your opponent has to rush you down, you're playing more reactive, or whether you switch to the offense and start rushing your opponent down. You can definitely frustrate your opponent, give yourself the life lead, make them play more aggressive, exploit their mistakes. And this is the power of the katana. In a old video where I outlined the top 5 weapons in the game, and when the game first came out, I said that the katana just barely missed getting into the top 5. After my experience just dicking around with the Chaos Blade today, I can definitely say the katana easily is one of the best weapons in the game. As you can see here, I'm playing against somebody who's trying to play a little bit more reactive and punish me right now, but he can't even touch me. The katana is such a good counter to so many weapons in the game. It's absolutely insane, just because of the sheer speed of its moves, the running R1, the weapon art, even the ability for the standard R1 to catch rolls, punish people who are rolling around you, dictate the space in front of you, force trades, etc. Even though this isn't a weapon where you want to force trades, it can do so when you have the life lead, and you're going to see me utilize that tactic shortly, just to kind of whittle the opponent down a little bit more. But this match is drawn out, and I'm not going to include every single match that I fought, because there was just many that ended so quickly and so easily. But I will include some of the more skill-based matches that I fought, or some ones where I want to make a certain point about using the katana. Coming up here, you're going to see me forced to trade. There it is right there. Coming in with the weapon art when the enemy was close, I knew that if he rolled away, I had a chance to catch his roll with the weapon art. If he ended up attacking me, I knew my option was the trade, and we ended up getting the trade. Again, when he's approaching me, I can whip out that weapon art, either force him to keep rolling, maybe catch him, and I can recover so quickly from that weapon art, I can roll away before I'm punished. Especially being under the 30% weight load, I would roll extra far, have the extra frame of invincibility, I can double roll, not get caught, etc, etc. So many different options to stay agile, prevent the enemy from hitting you, while you have many opportunities to go in for pokes and whittle down your opponent. The katana is not a weapon where you'll focus on combo damage all that much. It's a weapon where you will go in, get a poke, back away, play that spacing game again, readjust in the neutral, and dictate the pace of the match yourself. It is so good at doing that, and it is a counter to so many weapons. I just fought a Karthus Curve Sword, which many people consider to be a top weapon in the game. That guy I fought was actually quite decent, but he had such a hard time hitting us. This guy is also fairly decent. He's using, again, another top weapon in the game, the Goddard Twin Swords. But again, we can just dictate the space with this setup, dictate our positioning properly, again, the spacing, and we can punish whatever it is that the opponent's going to do. We can play reactive, go in, see if he's going to parry, see if he's going to start up his weapon, and then just punish him or roll away, stay safe, etc, etc. So check this out. Oh, he's starting up an R2, trying to read us. No, that's not going to work against a katana build. The moveset is way faster, and we're going to catch you. The Goddard Twin Sword and the Karthus Curve Sword, the katana counters them so well because those weapons have to get in close to you in order to hit you. The katana can hit you from far away. You can be at mid-range, run in, and the move, the running R1, comes out so quick, it's so hard to react to sometimes, and you're just going to catch so many opponents out. There you can see again, perfect spacing, punishing him with the weapon art. He messed up again. He's going to think that we can, he's going to think that he can parry us after that terribly placed R2 attack, and we knew that. We just ran straight up behind him, backstab, win. So simple. You put enemies in a really difficult position where they are struggling so much to get a hit on you, they start making mistakes and making rash decisions. You can easily exploit that and come out on top. It is so insanely good. It's absolutely unbelievable how good these katanas are. Now, I did mention in an older video that I thought the original katana, the one that you get from the master, is the best katana in the game. And that is true because the katana, or that katana specifically, can be used in many other builds. I use it in my Rushdown Mage 2.0, and it did around 320 to 350 points of damage per hit with Chaos or sorry, with Crystal Magic Weapon on it. Now the Chaos Blade is doing between 250 to like 270 points of damage per hit, and it is the best katana when it comes to dexterity and strength scaling, mainly dexterity scaling since it is an S dexterity scaling weapon. But the original katana is good because it can be used in other builds. But if you are going straight dexterity, yes, the Chaos Blade is the best katana in that case. So we've gone up against pretty much every kind of build so far. Now we're going to go up against the turtle. And what's easy to forget about the Chaos Blade is that it does deal a decent amount of bleed buildup. So if enemies are trying to hide behind a shield, just spam out the R1s because all that is building up the bleed damage, and you're likely going to break their guard anyways. There you see that guy was forced to try to go in for an attack because we were just going to break his guard eventually. And I didn't see him switch to this S-Stock, so he actually got in a quick poke on us. And then I make one critical mistake. I try to mix up my playstyle and try to make a fake read here, or not a fake read, but a bad read. I went for a parry, rolled, and then got caught by 2 S-Stock pokes. But nonetheless, look at this. Ooh, you can't do that. You can't block. We bled him through the shield, broke his guard, finished him off. You know, there's nothing you can do against that. This match, I don't know why I included it. I just wanted to show you guys the potential damage with the Leo Ring counter. I don't know what this guy had equipped. He must have had like Prisoner's Chain and Fire Clutch Ring. His game plan was obviously not get hit, but look how much damage we did there with the counter damage. Absolutely insane. Now he's going to go for the Hail Mary parry. Not going to work. The katana is so fast. You have to literally like be so focused in order to get the parry off on it. And that's, again, what makes the katana so good is while it is able to be parried and the moves are somewhat easy to see, you dictate so much space of the match and the pace of the match as well that enemies trying to parry you, it makes it a lot harder because you can mix up the timings of the standard good moves with the katana. So the running R1, the weapon art, it's hard to parry those because you can dictate when you're going to throw them out a lot more than you can with other weapons. I don't know if that really makes sense to other people the way it makes sense to me, but basically people think that when you're running at them, you're always going to do a running R1. That's not the case at all. When you're running at somebody, you can run at them, put yourself into a hold stance, run at them, roll away, etc., etc. You have many different options, and you can time, because the katana is so long, you can time when you throw out the R1. If you've watched any of my other videos before, you've seen me throw it out late and catch enemies in that kind of like phantom range. You can throw it out early and catch enemies on the tip of the weapon, and you can mix up the timing of when you when you throw out the attack to throw off enemies' parrying times and get through parries. Now in this matchup, I started off poorly. I made a couple of mistakes. I thought he had a rapier in his offhand, and as a result, I didn't play as aggressive as I normally would, and I ended up taking some damage. And then I mistimed one running R1, in which case he punished me with a 2-hit combo from that tornado sword. I forget what it's called, but it basically has the same moveset as the Karthus sword. It's just made from the Nameless King. But here you can see when I am playing a little bit more focused, because the katana, I mean, again, it was also dictated in the first clip, or not dictated, it was also shown in the first clip, where even though you're down to like virtually no health, you can play so focused with the katana that you don't even take another hit for the rest of the match. And that's what I did. After I went down to half health, we played so well that we didn't, I think we got hit once on a trade out, but we played very well to come back and just play so agile to avoid all the hits. And this is what I meant when I said that if you want to get better, if you want to learn PvP and become a better player, you don't necessarily have to play super reactive. You can play the spacing game. And once you understand how to space properly, I guarantee you, you will lose way less than you do now. Like I said, I played, I think, 25 plus matches, 27 or something I have recorded. I didn't lose a single match yet. Absolutely insane. And you can see the amount of times people have tried to parry me in these videos, and they're just not able to do it. And it's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And I will discuss the 30% weight thing a little bit more in depth in another video. But let me know what you guys think. The Chaos Blade, the only downside to it is that every hit that you make does make you lose 15% HP. Even the phantom hits that seemingly hit the opponent, but the opponent doesn't take any damage, you still lose 15 HP for that. So just be careful. But again, with the blessed weapon and the Sun Princess ring, you regain health so fast anyways, it virtually makes no difference. But that was the last match, guys. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Quantum is out.